What's up, comic and pop culture fans? This is James with Midhunter Comics, and I got two separate stacks here of some pretty awesome comics from two different people that both gave me some particularly good deals and all around just a great buying experience. So I thought I'd talk about what made it a good experience and show off these awesome keys for you here. Also, like, subscribe, comment down below. Just for this video alone, one of you is going to win Transformers 3 and 4, which was actually just thrown in from Curtis, who gave me this pile as a gesture of goodwill, so I'm going to return that favor and give it back to you, the community. Alright, so both of these stacks here I got going on actually are kind of similar. I've been talking to them both for a couple weeks. Both of them reached out to me with some comics for sale. Now, I'm going to be honest. A lot of times I get tagged in Instagram where people reach out to me with comics for sale, just the same prices on eBay, or sometimes even like 20, 50, 100 or more dollars over fair market value. You got the wrong guy here. I'm the flea market yard sale trying to find great deals guy. This is an entire YouTube channel about the importance of patience and making sure you get great deals on comics, because if you consistently pay the exact fair market value or higher, you're never going to let the hobby fund itself, and you're never going to wind up with the bigger keys. Or you got to have a really great job. I promise you, my job doesn't pay me enough, so I have to be smart, and anyone else can be smart too. Messages about some book that's $200 over what's going on eBay, I'm probably just going to ignore. But this was not that at all. This was someone that messaged me out of the blue saying, hey, you're a big Green Lantern fan, I want to give you this book for free. And I was like, that's outrageously cool of you, dude. What the heck? And then I was like, do you have any other books that I can buy from you? And I was communicating mainly with the daughter, Kelly. It was her dad's collection. And so over the next couple days, weeks, she sent me some books. I was interested in a good amount of the stuff, mainly the DC keys. We came to some good, reasonable prices on everything. Everything was a good payment I would be comfortable with, and I got some really good books out of it. And because of that positive experience, I will be buying from them again. I'm almost sure of it. They had cool stuff that I passed on this time that I might have a little more money, maybe in a little while, and I might be able to make offers on. Well, let's start it out. We're going to show you Kelly and her father's pile. Then we're going to move on to Curtis's pile here. So again, like, subscribe down below. You're going to win just this video. Comment whatever you want. You're going to get Transformers 3 and 4. Let me move that over here. So startup, this is the one that started it all. They offered to send this to me. This awesome looking, pretty not bad condition Green Lantern here. Gorgeous cover. You know, some of those red spines can be kind of tough. So that's one for the personal collection that beats the one I have. So this is an upgrade for me. Next up, I got The Secret Society of Supervillains number 2 and 1. And this was actually such a good value that it almost felt like it was tossed in. That's awesome. I always thought that was a massively underrated key. I mean, if we're being honest, so many DC keys, quite honestly, are underrated. That's a great one right there. Really happy about that. And the fact that number 2 came with it makes it even better. Another set of 2, we got DC Special Presents 17 and 20, which are the Green Lantern kind of tie-in books. 50 centers. I don't know the year on these. It looks definitely 70s, not 80s. So that's just awesome. I actually see these a lot, and I usually pass on them because they are black spines and everything. They're usually in much worse condition. Well, they had it on great condition, so I was really pleased to pick those up. Really happy to finally get some solid versions of those. It's been a long time coming. Next up, we got ROM, number 1. Here's one I always pick up if it's a good deal. This one's pretty nice, maybe like an 8.0. Not bad, not bad. All those toy-related ones. There's a special spot in my heart for those ones. Those are always so cool. Here we got an Eternals. This is probably the lowest grade of the bunch, believe it or not. And I only say that it's actually not that bad, but the spine actually has like either rust or dirt along the side of it. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but that's still pretty nice. Eternals number 1. If it's a good deal, I always pick that one up, even though that book's going down a lot. But Makes it more affordable. Next. Here we got one of the awesome, here's where Fantastic Four, they had a slew of covers that were just gorgeous. This one absolutely fits right in with that. Fantastic Four 75, maybe top 5 Fantastic Four covers for me, I'd say. This is just gorgeous. Love that color scheme. Love the floating heads. It's just awesome. One of my more favorite Galactus covers too. And I love yellow and red covers, and this is one of the best yellow and red covers there is. Next up is one that I've been grabbing a lot lately. I've just been getting pretty lucky with this book. Same with this next book, Godzilla #1. I don't think there's too much from Marvel that I would consider underrated, but I think Godzilla #1 is definitely underrated. That's a great one to pick up, and you can still get that one really affordable. I don't know what's going on, because this is a very strange book to continuously pick up, but Ms. Marvel #1, for whatever reason, for the past 2 months, I've been picking up on an almost weekly basis just from my comic hunting out on the streets and the yard sales, flea markets, wherever I am. I have picked up probably 6, maybe 7, maybe even 8 copies of Ms. Marvel for the last 2 months. Pretty much every 7 days. Wild. And they're all decent grade. This is another one that looks like 8.0 or above, so I don't submit too much anymore, but that's definitely a contender one, for one. Here's one I don't think I've ever owned. Iron Fist #1. Remember, that's not his first appearance, but that is his first solo title book. That's awesome right there. Man, I've been wanting that a long time. Gorgeous cover, super cool book. Really happy to get it. Check out this next one. You guys know I'm a big DC guy. This is a big one, especially right now with Neal Adams' death. We got Strange Adventures 207. Neal Adams redefined Deadman. His depiction of Deadman is pretty much definitive. Maybe the second I would say goes to Kelly Jones. Deadman's such a weird and interesting character, one of DC's most underrated. And this one is an ultimate, for a lot of people, kind of a grail when it comes to Deadman. It is one of the most wanted books other than just his first appearance. So that's a big one. Then we got a newsstand copy. Again, 1984 doesn't mean too much. Most still back then was newsstand. Now this is really sharp, but it doesn't have the best wrap. That's okay though. George Perez, baby. Tales of Teen Titans 44. First appearance of Nightwing. That's one that I could almost be persuaded to submit to CBCS. I don't know though. I'm not patient these days. I used to be more patient, but waiting an entire year, whether it be CGC or CBCS, it's tough, man. It's tough. I'd rather just hold on to books from my PC, or if I need to move it, I move it. All right, last one from Kelly and her father, and this is a big one. And I actually don't think I've ever owned this. I gotta say, I think I would remember if I did. All Star Comics presents 58, first appearance of Power Girl, or as my buddy Joe likes to call it, it's a triple appearance. Power Girl and her twins. Sorry, too easy. Awesome, right there. That's just a fantastic key. Pretty nice. It's got some spine ticks, it's got its wear, but overall it's still pretty nice. I'd put it at maybe like a 7.0, maybe 7.5. Not bad. Not going to grade that one though, I don't think. Let's move on to Curtis's pile. Another one with a Green Lantern in here. He actually threw this one in, I'm pretty sure, for free. So thank you, my man. That's another one. I think this one might be an upgrade over the one I have. Maybe about the same. Green Lantern issue 47. Always picking up Silver Age Green Lantern. All right, here we got Crisis on Infinite Earths, #8. Classic stuff right there. Barry Allen sacrificing his life to save everybody. That's awesome. One of the best stories ever written by DC, one of the best stories ever written in comics, and just iconic. Speaking of iconic, let's move on to this cover, Daredevil 183. And I always love how the bullet entering the back of his suit just splits like that. That's so iconic and so creepy. That scared me as a kid, man. I love me a good Punisher cover. Here we got 196. Gonna have a small little spot of Daredevil keys. Yeah, it goes in like descending order of what I love to pick up. It's like Batman, Green Lantern, Daredevil, Swamp Thing, Spider-Man, and then like just keys, right? But I love picking up Daredevil. Daredevil might be my favorite Marvel character. No, I think Spider-Man's my favorite. I know that's generic, but whatever. Then we got a little more Frank Miller goodness here, including the death of Elektra right there. Yeah, pretty happy about those. Again, these came at a great deal, so really pleased. Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars #1. I always try to pick that one up. And I actually just got a Secret Wars. I didn't make it in a video. The camera wasn't rolling. I got another Secret Wars 1 through 12 complete set. And #1 is pretty janky. Everything else looks great, but #1's pretty rough. So I might slip that one in and maybe try to sell them as a bundle, I think. This is a much more crisper #1s, I think. Or maybe I'll just have duplicates of #1. X-Factor 5, first cameo of Apocalypse. That's a great one. That's a sleeper right there. Everyone knows #6 is the first full appearance. He's on the cover too. But 5 is an underrated one. That's a nice little book there. Nice little cameo. Speaking of cameo, or would this be considered a cameo or more just a second appearance? We got NYX #4. Second appearance right there. That's pretty sweet. Second appearance of X-23, in case you're wondering. A little bit of value on that book for sure, and this is one that is definitely submittable. I see 1 spine tick. 1! That's not bad. Keep moving. New X-Men 128. That cover is awesome. That's a nice little key right there. But most importantly, or third to most importantly, actually I think I'll show this one next. Transformers #1. And he actually threw in what I'll be doing for the giveaway, issues 3 and 4. So I'm happy to do that as a giveaway for the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like. That's pretty awesome. I always love Transformers #1. This one needs a little bit of a press. It's got like 2 spine ticks, but it does have a little bit of a spine roll that's very easily pressable. But this one looks like it should be in the 9s if you were to get it graded. That's going to be tempting. A lot of these are really tempting. Wait till you see these last 2 books. Nice. Alright. Show you this one first. Ultimate Comics Spider-Man #1. And I'm just going to tell you right now, I am submitting this to CBCS. It's removed from the poly bag. He was telling me about this. Looks like it's been removed from a while because I don't see any poly bag indentation, which is good. That means the press that I'm going to do isn't going to be too many back and forths. It's going to be a lot easier on me. So that's good. That's definitely getting submitted. That's a 9/8 contender right there. Very nice. And of course, the absolute biggest in the batch goes to... Oh, I thought it was a spine tick. It's actually just like a little notch in the drawing. Nope, no spine tick. This one's going to Ultimate Fallout 4. Still in polybag. Now, you know what that means. That means you want to get that out and like triple pressed to get rid of that nasty polybag indentation down the middle of that book. What? That's a frickin' Ultimate Fallout 4. Last Ultimate Fallout 4 I got, I didn't press it, and I got a 7.5. I later pressed it, and it got the same book, got a 9.6. So, always get that pressed. That's a huge book. I mean, hey, I've never been able to get the 9.8. This one might be the one to do it. So these 2 books are my definite submits to CBCS. Maybe I'll do a third-party presser to kind of save some time. I like CBCS's in-house presser, but it's just an extra ton of weeks to wait. So I think I'm maybe going to go to a third-party presser for these. Really happy with this. And why did I buy these? Because they came to me with awesome, super reasonable offers that I was like, you know what? Totally. I'm in it. I'm in. Let's do it. Guys, don't forget to be patient and let the hobby fund itself. Hit those dollar bins. Turn a $1 bin book into $5, a 5 into 10, a 5 into 20. Suddenly, you got a little bit of money to maybe do some bigger books, some bigger keys. Still, even then, I say, try to get good deals if you can. If you restrict yourself to telling yourself that, you know what, 90% of the books I pick up, I'm going to try to purchase for good deals only. Just have a little patience, a little willpower, you're going to go far. And always, guys, keep on hunting.